glad to get back.
Glad, and mighty glad to have had a crack at the German fleet.
Grand.
The war goes north, and in the tempestuous weather of the north, the Royal Navy fights it out with the enemy and keeps untarnished the great traditions of the service on whose courage and skill the life of the Empire depends. In these waters, the bitter conflict continues by day and by night. The Nazis, trained in peacetime for a landing on some Baltic shore, had been practicing this operation for many weeks before news of their actual invasion of Norway reached the world. At night, covered by their warships, lodgements were effected at several points. But though these maneuvers were successful, they involved the exposure of Nazi ships to relentless attack by the British Navy. Attacks which will go on until communications are cut and the Nazi fleet virtually destroyed. Already it has been severely mutilated, thanks largely to the daring of our destroyer captains, who have long waited for the opportunity to meet Hitler's navy at sea. The Nazi cruiser Karlsruhe, here seen on a showing the flag voyage, has been sunk. Even Hitler admits this. And the Emden too, whether he admits it or not. She's believed to have been dealt with by the Norwegian cruiser minelayer Olaf Tryggvason. At least 2 other cruisers were sent to the bottom in the first few days' fighting, and there'll be more to follow. As for U-boats, the Navy has taken a heavy toll of them, and German destroyers to an unpublished number have been destroyed and sunk. The war in the north is also being fought out in the air, of course, and big-scale engagements have taken place in many areas. Combined aerial and naval actions have been almost continuous. Here is a picture which exactly portrays one of these actions. It's the film taken by a naval officer during a scrap earlier in the war when Nazi planes tried to bomb a British cruiser and her escorting destroyer. This battle has just been repeated. The cruiser is the Aurora. We couldn't mention her name last time. The destroyer was badly damaged, sinking later. But once again, the Aurora emerged from the battle undamaged. That bombs are not always effective, even when they hit their mark, has been well proved by the Rodney, flagship of the Commander-in-Chief. A direct hit by a very heavy bomb had no effect. The battle cruiser Renown had a duel with the Nazi battleship Scharnhorst and severely damaged her before she escaped in a snowstorm. Reverses and losses we may have, but we know that the Navy is there. The most powerful Navy in the world, its strength unimpaired, its resolution invincible. The First Lord himself personifies the dauntless courage of the service. Under his leadership, the Royal Navy will finally achieve victory. In the tradition of Trafalgar, each man this day is doing his duty.